Hey, peace, love and light to you all, family. Welcome to another YouTube video with me, your host, Mathix. Now, on today's video, we're going to be talking about spiritual gifts and understanding spiritual gifts, what they are, what's the purpose of spiritual gifts, do they even exist to begin with. But before we get into that conversation, don't forget to like and to subscribe to the channel and click that notification button so that you can get more videos in future when I make them. And guys, I had someone ask me if they could share these videos with other people. And I always say that, yeah, please do share this information, because this information is for all of us. It's not just for me. You know, it's for the collective. It's things that I'm telling you that are deeply embedded inside of you and coded and locked away, that you also have to unlock by walking your own journey, by doing your own inner work, by doing your own inner shadow work. You can tap into some of these mysteries. You know, it's not always about reading books. You know, you can't always be reading books. You have to get to a point where now these downloads and these revelations come to you directly. So if I give you a Bible and say, read this, or I give you some metaphysical book or Quran and say, read this, you have to read it and then give me a deeper interpretation of what it's saying based on what you are feeling. You see, which now brings us into the spiritual gifts. So now, I'm going to be talking about the 9 basic spiritual gifts that they talk about in the Bible. So now, to begin with, what is a spiritual gift? Well, a spiritual gift is not so much of a gift than it is something that is natural but just locked away because now you are existing in a physical body. So you can akin spiritual gifts to, let's say, if you have the ability right now to talk or to hear or to taste, if that sensation were to be taken away for thousands of years from all of humanity, and then those who in 1,000 years now all of a sudden have the ability to taste again or to do certain things, you would call that a spiritual gift. You see, so it's not really much of a gift but a locked away ability that you can activate while you are in the physical. But for you to understand spiritual gifts, the first and most primary thing that you have to understand is that you are not your physical body. I'll see you lo mzimba lo. I swear you are not this. You are not the density. This, you see the words that are coming out of my mouth right now? The consciousness behind my words are one and the same. So my words and the consciousness, the thing behind my words, the thing, so the vessel being me and the consciousness are one and the same. You see, so that's what you have to first understand, that you are a twofold being. You are a being that is here, local, and you are also a being that is non-local. And the non-local, we could call that the spiritual realms, the spiritual planes, your original place of origin. That's where you come from. The higher spectrums, things non-physical, things that you don't see with your natural eyes. That's what we are talking about when we are talking about spiritual gifts. People who can access things from primordial states of our existence, or people who can still access certain things or certain abilities that we all could do, but right now, because of the age that we are living in, mostly being a material age, those abilities within us are dormant. You see, so those in our society who get to activate those, we call those spiritual gifts. They're not really gifts, they just things that they are your birthright. They are your birthright. So now there's this 9 basic spiritual gifts that they speak about, being the gift of, let's see, it's the gift of it's the gift of knowledge, it's the gift of wisdom, it's the gift of faith. That's the third one. It's the gift of miracles, it's the gift of healing, it's the gift of tongues, it's the gift of interpreting tongues, it's the gift of wisdom, and it's also the gift of the interpretation of spirits. You see, so like you being able to discern, or rather not interpret, but to discern spirits. So these gifts, as I'm saying, they are things that come natural to us on a spiritual plane, but because we're existing in a physical body, the body has within it what they call the 7 seals that you read about in Revelation. So, lezipho, dimpote, which come from Mudim, which come from the Most High, they are locked away. But in certain individuals, they get to be open. Now, what's the most important thing that you should know about spiritual gifts? Spiritual gifts are not for you. There's a verse, I just forgot what it is, but they're like the spiritual gifts, they're there to basically encourage, they are there to uplift, and to restructure the inner workings of the man and the woman, but not you, the others. So the gifts that you are given by the Holy Spirit, they're not actually for you. So if you've been given the gift of knowledge, the gift of knowledge is a gift which means that you have unlocked that ability to know things beyond. Let's break them down one by one. So the gift of knowledge would be you knowing things that most people don't know about in society. You've been given the gift of knowledge, the knowledge of knowing your African history, knowing about Amadlozi, Twasa, knowing about, Iztunya, knowing about the different water spirits and fire spirits. Hey, that's knowledge. So that's a gift. That's a gift because not many people have that ability to tap into that. Then you have the gift of wisdom. Wisdom is basically knowledge applied. So that's the ability for you to apply what it is that you have learned and put it into action in order for you to be able to help others. Remember, the most important thing that you should know about gifts is it's not about you, papa, mfwe, to mama. It's not about you. It's about me. It's about her. It's about him. So what you know, your knowledge should be able to uplift me and him and her. Your wisdom should be able to uplift me and him and her. You see, so there's that gift, the gift of knowledge, the ability to know things that most people don't know about. The gift of wisdom, to be wise and to be able to apply that. The gift of faith. It's not about you. It's not about you. What's the gift of faith? The gift of faith is for you to be able to activate the faith within others. When someone listens to you, or when someone talks to you, or when someone passes by you, or when someone dreams of you, and they were like, yo, now my faith is strong. I have just a faith in the supernatural that it's real. All my life, I thought this was the way, but this also makes sense. That's faith. That's a gift. It's not really about you, because then if you have all these gifts and it's just you, what then? Okay, Ntwana, okay, cool. You're amazing. Then what? You like being amazing alone? Nah, bro, that's boring. What if we were all amazing? Then what would we all do? That's why the gifts are for all. The gifts are for others more than they are about you. So the gift of faith is not just about you having faith. I believe that I will manifest the right wife and the right husband, and I will meet the right business partners. I have faith in the unseen. No, faith is the faith is believing in something that you don't see, and for you to apply that, and then I'll turn it into wisdom from the knowledge, but it's not basically, or it's not rooted in it being about you. It's about you being able to activate the faith within others, so that others could be like, no man, listen to Lazy, this is real, bro. This law of attraction, this is real. That's that gift. You've activated faith. So the gift of faith is you being able to activate faith within other people. Young mama. Then there's the gift of prophecy. The gift of prophecy is very profound. So the gift of prophecy, it's not about me just saying, yo, I see in my mind's eye that last night you ate rice, but you didn't finish your rice. You left rice, and next to the rice, there's 2 carrots that were chopped in 2. And you had KFC last night. Come on, man. That's just, that's not what prophecy is. People think that's what prophecy is because they see it in nowadays. I'm still recording. They see it nowadays when they go to churches and like prophets are like, you ate rice last night. Yes, prophet, I ate rice. And then my husband didn't want my rice. And then they're like, oh, this prophet is powerful. No, man. Prophecy is unveiling truth. that is already there but hidden. That's prophecy and the ability to speak things that will come. So when you're talking about ancient Mayans and the ancient Africans and the ancient Olmecs, and those were real prophets, because the things that are happening today, they prophesied them, which is actually beautiful, because when they speak about the Africans, they say that African people didn't write history before it happened. No, they didn't write history after it happened. They wrote history before it happened, and then they walked into it. Young mama. So they wrote something and they were like, oh, hey, it's gonna be rough. Slavery. Yeah. Slavery. You. Apartheid. Hi, we're in a tribal war. We are gonna fight each other. So they wrote things before they happened and then they walked into them. You see, so that's the gift of prophecy to reveal things. So all of you right now, linked and aligned and synchronized with this divine knowledge of no black people and white people, Indians. No, it's not about blacks and whites and Indians. We are all one. And if you can understand that we are all one and everything is love, it's all about love, you are a prophet. That's a gift of prophecy. Then there's the gift of healing. So now the gift of healing, remember, spiritual gifts, they're not about you. The ability to heal others. Healing comes in many different ways. It could come through Reiki, where I could put my hands on you and send you some different energetic charts to open up different nodes and different chakras and different, neurons, and activate different glands so that you could be able to now flow in a much more nicer way. Or I could talk to you and you could hear something, you'd be like, yo, wow. And then you could heal from my words. So healing comes in many different ways. Healing is not just that you have to take some herb. No, you could heal right now. I could have a conversation with you and you say something profound and it heals me. It's about me. Remember, it's about me and him and her. It's not about you. It's not about you. And then now we move into the gift of the supernatural things now. Ooh, the ability to bring about the supernatural to the people, to be like, yo, the supernatural exists. Because if you come to people and you tell them about, there's I get so paranoid because this has happened so many times where I need to really update my whole recording systems and all of these things. I've spoken in some episodes only to find that I wasn't recording anymore. So now I'm paranoid as I'm recording. But now the supernatural is the ability for you to bring about the supernatural states of the universe to people's attention. Like, yo, the supernatural really exists. I can think of you and you could call me same time. Or you could think of me and I could call you. Or this and this and this and this could happen. But in the normal spectrum of things, it would not have happened. Let me give an example. For instance, when it comes to the previous gift that I spoke about, healing, this is what it means, right? If someone tells me that this person is sick and I go and heal them, that's not supernatural. It came through the natural ways. But if I dream that this person is sick and tomorrow I just go to them, I'm like, yes, mama, like I have this feeling, what's going on? Is your neck sore? Well, so how did you know? That's a supernatural. And not only by me knowing, by me applying certain techniques or giving them certain medicine or herbs that heal them, that's a supernatural, because I would have had no natural ways to know that person needed that, young mom. So that's supernatural. That's the healing, which also comes into supernatural. So the ability to know that, yo, hey, we are more than just our physical bodies. We exist in multiple dimensions and in multiple spheres and worlds all at the same time. Right now, your body is a prime example of that. You have systems. You have the nervous system, the muscular system, you have the nervous system, the muscular system, the skeletal system, the glandular system. You have many different systems that just run your body. And each system has a function, but when they all come together, they come to create you. So you are a multidimensional being. You are the supernatural. So the gift of the supernatural It's not that you're going to see an alien spacecraft flying or some comet hitting the earth. The supernatural is the ability to understand that you already are a supernatural, and the ability to activate that within others so that they can see, like, hey man, oh my God, I'm supernatural. So supernatural that I can question my own supernaturality. You know, I could be like, am I really so? Yes, you are. The fact that you can question that, the fact that you can contemplate, the fact that you can reflect on yourself, the fact that you can you can see, the fact that you are the observer, the fact that you are the observed, and the fact that you are also the act of observation itself. Threefold being: the observer, that's the consciousness; the observed, the body; the act of observation. Ooh, supernatural right there. And then we move on into a different gift, and now we get into the gift of discerning of spirits. So that's the ability to discern spirits now, to discern, because remember, we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. So when you can look at someone and be like, okay, this person is functioning from a mortal state, a mortal body. They are concerned, about me. That's a spirit. We are spiritual beings, but we're not just one spiritual. There's levels to spirituality, and those levels are distinguished by the different chakra field. So different entities, your ancestors position themselves on your different chakra nodes and your different positions, and that all depends on where you are vibrating. You see, so when you are discerning spirit, it's the ability to see what's happening within other people, and then now to give other people the ability to see what's happening inside of you. So the greatest thing you could give people in order for them to activate that whole ability of discerning spirits is by being yourself and really living at the heart chakra, really opening up and not having any things to do with greed and lust and it's me. It's all, no, it's about all of us. So that's that supernatural. That's that supernatural ability to now tap into the heart and then open up that ability to see through the third eye, to discern. Because yes, we are human beings walking around, but not all humans are humans, bro. Some people are possessed by higher beings of love and light and knowledge and wisdom and all these great things. And some people are possessed by lower spiritual elemental forces that just deal with greed and sex and all these things. So you need to be able to discern, to see what spirit is occupying what spirit is doing what, you see. So you do that by activating that within others. Remember, this is not about you. When you watch Doctor Strange, that lady, that mystical lady told Doctor Strange, is like, Maji, it's not about you. You've been thinking it's about your hands and your ability to heal. That was all ego. It's not about you. When she was dying in the last scene, like, you have to know that it's not about you. And then there's the gift of tongues. The gift of tongues. Now, the gift of tongues is the ability to speak in the gift of tongues is that gift to speak mysteries. It's not always about you know how they speak about tongues in church and like, okay, it's cool, you could do that and you could say that those are tongues, but you know what the real tongues are? Tongues, speaking in tongues, is actually speaking about things in plain language, but when they hit the audio nerves, people cannot comprehend what you are talking about. So when you go to people and you tell them, yo, have I not said that ye are gods? Like when Jesus walked up to people like, yo, I've said that ye are gods. And then they try to kill him. They try to kill him because the homie was speaking in tongues. They did not understand ukuthi umuntu ofana nawo nenyama uphatha indlala You see, so he was speaking in tongues, he's speaking in mysteries, he's speaking in what they call dark sayings. In the first book of Proverbs, when you read Proverbs, the first book, the first chapter, the first lines, you'll see something called dark sayings. Are you able to understand the dark sayings, the words of the wise? That is understanding tongues. So I could come to you and tell you a story and say there was a tortoise and a hare, mutla le kudu, mutla le kudu, and they had a race, right? So maskijima, so the rabbit or the hare, it gets prideful. It's like, I'm very fast. And then when it gets there, it sleeps. And then it's like, I'm going to win anyway. And then the tortoise comes slowly and passes it and wins the race, right? So you could interpret that in two ways. You could think that this really took place. Like, but if you have the gift of tongues, you will understand that, the gift of tongues, first of all, is the ability to say that story. And the ability to, which is the last gift of the 9, to discern tongues, is for you to understand that that wasn't literal but metaphoric. So it's not about someone saying, and then you're like, this person said God is amazing. No, it's saying things that people can hear but really can't hear. It's that verse that in the last days, many will have eyes but not see. Many will have ears but not hear. That's that ability. You see, so I'm just trying to summarize these 9 gifts and just put them in a nice little box so you could understand that, you are amazing. You watching this right now. Listen to me. I don't care what happened to you today, what's going to happen tomorrow, what happened. All of that is just things within your journey and within your hero cycle. But at the core, when you remove family, spouse, kids, husband, wife, even when you remove yourself, when you just leave, just that spark, you know what that is? That is just pure bliss and amazing. And that's what you really are. You are an amazing being. And you can tap into that while you are still living in the body. You can actually do that. You can actually do that. And once you can tap into that, the things that you can do, you could travel into different spiritual dimensions while in the body. You can heal people. You can do and say things that just spiritual gifts. I know myself. If I don't, I'm gonna wanna, and then it's gonna be 40 minutes because I just wanted to keep it short. Peace, love, and light to you all. Family, remember, number 1, the last thing I'm gonna say is it's not about you. It's never been about you. It's about me, it's about her, and it's about him. It's not about me, it's about you, it's about them, and it's about us. The oneness of things. Separation, division is an illusion. We are one. And that's where these gifts come in. And when you can begin to understand that, then you are really playing the game. But until still when you're like, I have to become a billionaire for me. I have to make money for me. But you're like, I have to make money for us. Come here. That's when the ancestors, that's when the higher beings are like, what's that? What do you know of these great secrets? Who taught you of usness? Who taught you of oneness? But when you still, it's about me. I have to leave my legacy. No. That's not how the pyramids were built. The pyramids wasn't one person saying, me. No, it was a group of beings saying, us, let's leave this for our children. Not let me leave this for my child. When we study hieroglyphics and mathematics and quantum physics and all the things that the great ancestors left for us, the ability to, it was a collective effort. Umuntu, umuntu, ngabantu. That's how you activate these abilities. So that was just me giving you a basic of what spiritual gifts are. Peace, love, and light to you all, family. Much love. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great week. Remember, you are great, but at the same time, you being great, it's not about you. You are great for others. You are great for others. Be great for others. Be kind. Do it. Be. Much love, family.